What's going on? It's been quite a long time no see. So apparently, today is the last day of a election, and from this day it comes a lot of like election day equals controversy and just drama and all of that. So I would just like to speak about like controversy today and just give my thoughts on that. So, uh, first I want to just bring this story about like mm, like every time our family had Christmas, we will just gather around and our parents or grandmas, grandpas be talking about politics, and like not just only politics, but just a lot of current controversies that are taking taking place. And I was, and I was always just listening to these, thinking like that that that, that this is just unnecessary. That this just doesn't make sense because like ruining and this is just and this is my family, right? And like some people talking about this, talking about that. One thing, one thing's Y, one thing's Z. Uh, and then there's just this barrier like and then it just turns to unnecessary conflicts in the family. I'm talking family. I'm like I haven't mentioned like friends and like other people, but like I was just sitting there, and it was like this main topic on every Christmas. Not even Christmas. On every just family gathering. You know what I mean? And it never ended well. let's let's just put it that way. It never ended well. Some people were just uh, you know conflicted between each other, and there's this riot here and there. So I just took a lesson, but not really. What I just thought to myself was like, I'm just not gonna speak about the. I'm just not gonna, even bring these kind of topics and just controversies at all, because like for me, it just didn't make sense. Mm, and I also just like wondered why even people talking about these things. Why even they are sharing this information? Because this is just this is just like a like a ping pong or like a table tennis, and like you're in the one side and like on the other side there's the the X and Y on the two sides, and like the ball is just the arguments. It's just just one way to the other. and that's why I recently lost some even relationships with some people about just controversy and just politics, because you know, like, this topic is every time, but like it just really increases during election periods. And so right now, like, the situation is very intense. Situation is very tense, and like, this thing is very crazy because you might be liking someone, and or, like best friends, or just like very close relatives to you, and persons in your family that they really admire, they really love, and then like all of a sudden you just like don't like them because they just like some kind of agenda, or just like, or they just like something that others don't, and then you're and and then it just creates this weird thing of like turning your friends to to, to like enemies, just because of this one simple thing. And so I'm really, I mean, like, recently I am very I'm trying to be very cautious. I'm trying to be very cautious because like whenever you say you will be judged, yeah. Uh, so why would you even speak at all? Just keep it to yourself. Life is life is really easier that way. It's very easier. I remember, like, always when I mention this topic, or just like any controversy, it not not even once it ended well. Not even once. And then there's just this, you know, yeah, like, just endlessly trying to prove a point, and that's just how it is. I mean, like, controversies are not like one like uh, one solution fits all, right? It's not like that. It's not like that. So just be very cautious about it, okay? And the second thing, which is just, okay, if you cannot just, okay. Anyway, so it's just better to just control something that you can really control, right? Which is just working on yourself. That's the thing that you can really control. That you can really change. Uh, I just today watched Andrew Huberman's example on where he talked about on where he talked on Chris Williamson's podcast. He talked about mm, when Joe Rogan and Robert Kennedy had a podcast, and then he commented that all of the candidates should have a long form podcast. That every candidate should attend a full blown podcast, just to introduce ourselves better, and just to get to know better. And then he was saying something like, and then they took they removed some informations about him on the Wikipedia page, and then his Wikipedia page was just edited like every time, just like you know, and it was just all based of assumptions, and it was and then this huge wave of critics of the criticism went on him only because he just commented that all of the candidates should just attend full length podcasts. And then he was just like judged about just based on assumptions. He was just judged about that like he just onto this agenda, that agenda, that he's just in this specific type of group, whatever. And all what I'm saying is like, how wild can it get? How wild can it get? Right? Like, that's just insane. That is really ridiculous for me. Uh, so yeah, like controversies, politics, every you know day to day conflicts, problems will be toxic, just deadly, and just not worth to discuss. Period. It was, it is, and it will be. That's the end of the story. So, right now, I'm trying to change, okay? I'm trying to change. So, I lit- I did a little bit. I, I did a little bit lie to you guys because, like, on the last videos, I was just talking about, yeah, I'm gonna lock in, I have my plan or something. But right now, I really have a plan. I'm really into reaching my goals. I'm really locked in, okay? Um, and to self improvement, you can actually improve and you can actually change and you can actually be better. And it's just, and it's just great. Then you can just improve, Here I have the rope. I'm doing this right now every day, every single morning. And then I'm, you know, I can like, like showcast a little bit of my plan. So then maybe I can just get some comments on that, and maybe I can just improve it. So yeah, I just started the day of like rope and just like a just sunlight exposure. Then what? Then I'm hitting a cold shower. Then I'm jumping straight to my work. Then I take like a little bit of walk. Um, what else do I have in here? Then I have like a lunch. Uh, like a self improvement session, which I don't like know like the straight details. I mean like the details just like comes on my way. Like every day I'm like, okay, what to do in the self improvement session. Like just thoughts are just coming to my mind. Uh, then what? Then there is a like a workout slash gym. Uh, yeah, and like, like reading a book, meditation, and just going to sleep. That's it. But it just varies. Okay, it varies on the type of day. If I can, it just depends if I can do all this stuff just each day, because it just varies. Like sometimes I cannot do certain stuff because I can just go to some place just or just do some other stuff. Um, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So like the main conclusion of it is that, from my experience, it would be just easier for you to just not speak about controversies. Like when it comes to like like election or just like voting, just like have someone or not, and just stick to it. Just pick someone or not, and just live with it. Um, yeah, and then if you want to share, I mean, it's up to you, but you'll probably be dealing with some 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 hate on the end, and just it's not nice. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I'm trying to improve myself every day. I'm learning every day, as every other human. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna end it this way. So whoever's gonna win is gonna win. Don't mind. I'm just gonna focus on myself. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Peace out. See you in the next video.